Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can deploy your Spring Boot application in Google Cloud Platform with Terraform. For this first I'm going to go to start.spring.io, create an application. For now I'm just selecting Spring Web and generating the project. This is how it looks like by default. I have written most of the code ahead of time to save time. So here is a simple Spring Boot controller. Let's just print hello world. Only thing I changed over here is this version. First thing first, I'm going to run the application. Go to the browser and just check if it is working or not. Next, I'm going to go to the Gradle window and run the boot build image. You can run this from the terminal as well. Once the image is built, we can run the same application from terminal as well. And see it in the browser still working. Next, we are going to set up Terraform. For this, I created this Terraform folder over here and created main, variable, and version. So first, in the version, I mentioned the required providers, HashiCorp Google, and for this is for local Docker build and Docker push. And here I mentioned the provider, the project, and the region where it's going to be deployed. So we'll see in a minute what the project is. And next, I created this variable file and added a bunch of variable that I'm going to use to set up the Terraform and managing the resources in GCP. Region, repository name. So we are going to upload this image that we just created into Google Artifact Registry. Then the service name, kept it the same name as the application, and app image tag. So the tag that is created over here, and the app image tag, this is using the tag from the build.gradle file. Finally, in the main, I am mentioning the things that I need to set up. First, I need to enable the Artifact Registry API and Cloud Run API. I'm not going to use it initially now, but later I'll show you why it is needed. And then create the resource of Artifact Registry with provider, project location, and format description. This is also something I just created. I'll use it later. I'll explain in a minute. So with this, first you need to set up the Terraform. Just Google Terraform install. You will get documentation how you can install for your system. You also need gcloud installed on your system as well. And yeah, just follow the instruction and it should be straightforward. With that, you first need to do gcloud auth login. Do the login process. Check if the Terraform is installed properly or not. Now from the directory, go to the Terraform folder, run Terraform init. Then Terraform plan. This tells all the resource that it's going to create. I run the Terraform apply. In the Google Cloud homepage, you can click here and create a new project. So that's what I did. This is the project. I copied this ID and added into the variable. As you can see over here, I'm using the Europe West 3 region. And this is the artifact registry. As you can see, there is nothing over here. But now if from the terminal, I mention, okay, create this resource, you'll see that apply completed. If I go back and refresh, I should see the artifact registry folder. So in here, if I want to pass any Docker image to this location, I need to set up the URL. And that's actually what I did over here. So this is the region that I defined, the Docker PKG, the project ID of the Google, the repository name, and the service name that I created before when I created the Docker image, service name, and the version. Okay, so next we already created the image. Now we need to upload this image to the artifact registry. For this, we can see in the README, yeah, this is the command that I use to create the image. This is the command I'm going to use to tag the image. This command will push the image to the registry. Once it is pushed, we can refresh the artifact registry and see our Docker image over here. As you can see, the tag over here is 100. We can define that tag number over here. Next, we want to deploy this image that we uploaded to Cloud Run. For this, I'm going to use the Cloud Run v2. This is the Cloud Run v2 resource, giving it the name, location, deletion protection false, otherwise it will be not possible to delete. So yeah, we first have to do this. Next, we are mentioning the template, so where the image is. If you go back and click on this, this is the image URL, and that is how I defined it over here. Resources, I selected 1 CPU and 2 GB of RAM. Your application is running anything other than 8080, you can define it over here. Scaling, mention how many instances you want, so minimum 0, maximum 1, and ingress to all traffic so that it is publicly available. And for Cloud Run, we also have to allow these resources to all users, otherwise it won't be able to serve the HTTP requests. So with that, we can go back to the terminal again and do Terraform plan again and do apply. Yes. Now, like before in the services, we don't have anything, but after this apply is finished, we should have a new service over there. Okay, should have the service now. Let's refresh. There is the service, and this is the default URL that is given. And if we go there, we can see our application deployed in Google Cloud Platform. Yeah, that's how easy it is to deploy your application with Terraform. Everything is in the code. You don't need to go into the UI to do some click here, click there. Everything is there. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment below. And in the next video, I will show these some manual things that I did, this Terraform apply and Docker push. I will do these things automatically using the GitHub action. Yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment below. I will upload this code into GitHub and post the link in the video description. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.